Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today, I hope you have your coffee and whatever else you're doing. If you're getting ready, just relaxing on the couch, because today is going to be just like a get to know me. It's going to be really relaxed. When I started this channel, I didn't really think about it. I know some people know me, some people don't. Some people have no idea who I am. Some people know a little bit about me. So kind of thought I would just give an update and like a kind of background of who I am and what I enjoy doing, what I used to do, and yeah, so we'll kind of do a get to know me and then like a life update on my recent move to Michigan and why I'm out here. Growing up, I was so busy. I have a sister who is a little over a year younger than me, a year and a half, and then I have my mom and dad. We are a really close family. We grew up and we traveled a lot. We were always on the go, played sports all growing up. I had a really great childhood. Like, it was really fun. I had a great like support system. We had a lot of family friends that we spent a lot of time with. And then going into high school, I ran cross country and I did track and field. I decided to pole vault because I didn't want to run anymore, even though I still had to run a lot pole vaulting, so I don't know what I was thinking. But yeah, so I started running and then I pole vaulted in high school, and then I kind of decided that it was something I wanted to do in college. So when I was applying for colleges, I was able to get into a university and I decided to pole vault there. I went to Concordia University in Irvine and I was able to pole vault all 4 years there. It was an amazing experience. I loved my friends and the people I met there. Of course, you know, it's college. There's like some hard times, there's some crazy times, there's some stressful times, but overall I did have a really fun college experience. And then on top of it, my last 2 years I was able to live in an apartment. It gave me some more freedom. Living in an apartment was really fun, and I was able to hang out with more people, and I had more flexibility of when I could come home for the weekends. I was able to cook and clean and do my laundry and be able to be a little bit more independent, which I think prepared me for like a big move across the country that I didn't even know I was gonna do. In college, I worked at, I did a couple of jobs. I babysat occasionally, and then I kind of got babysitting so much. I babysat in the mornings before school, and then I babysat on the weekends. And I then got a job at the coffee shop, and then track practices and school, and staying on top of it and figuring out like what I wanted to do with my degree. I knew I wanted to go into occupational therapy. I didn't know if I wanted to do like occupational therapy assistant or occupational therapy. So it just like was a really crazy time. I remember being always busy. After college, I got a job at a couple of different places I shadowed a couple of different occupational therapists, and then I also did a few places that were kind of based on that. I worked out in the Orange County area. After work, I go to the mall or the shops, but it was really far from home, and it was getting really tough driving over an hour in traffic there and back every day, and it just got too tiring. So I decided to go back to nannying. I also really missed like the one-on-one interactions, how it's like being a part of a family, and just everything about nannying I really missed. So I went back to that. I got a nanny job in Chino Hills, and it was like amazing. I loved it. I loved the family. I still keep in touch with them. I have met some amazing families. I've been really blessed to meet them. Of course, it hasn't always been easy to balance life and work and nannying and school, but I really love like nannying ultimately. I have 2 dream jobs, which is nannying and being an occupational therapy assistant. And I know that sounds weird to some people, but you can watch my video that I'll be posting about nannying and what it entails, and you'll kind of get a better idea of like why it's a legit career. It's not, some people don't do it for a career. Some people do it as like an intermediate thing, as a transitional period, and some people do it for their life, and it's just as much of a job or career as another job. But that'll be a whole other video. I could like talk for hours on that. College, that was a really fun period in my life. It was like crazy. After college, I worked a lot, and then when I started school for occupational therapy assistant, I got in and was really excited. It was online, so I was able to keep working. I met one of my best friends through that process. I actually have met both my best friends through nannying and babysitting, so that's awesome, and like I can relate to them a lot. And then so I was working as a nanny, going to school, and then my boyfriend, who, a little backstory, we met in high school and we've been dating ever since. We've been together for 7 years. So I always knew, he told me from like day one that he wanted to go to medical school. I better be ready for the ride. And I always knew he could do it. So he got into school and he had a couple options and he decided on Michigan. And it's a really amazing school that he got into out here. And I was like, I'm still so happy for him. And so then it kind of, you know, brought up the question, like, what are we gonna do? Like, I was still going to school in California. We both lived in California. Like, I was working in California. Originally, we decided he was gonna move out here and for about a year. And then later on, we kind of make the decision if I was gonna move out here or not and just kind of see where we were. And of course, I was like a little bummed, you know, about it, having to do long distance for a year, but it was what we had to do at that point, and at that point of where we both were in life, it just made sense. So then COVID came, and in March, plans changed, and luckily my school was still online, so I was still able to like continue to go to school. And as a nanny, I was at first able to keep working, and then, you know, they didn't really need me anymore because they were home. So I then found another position, which was great. And we, you know, we ended on great terms. It wasn't a negative thing at all. It's just life happens. And it, you know, everything happens for a reason, because I was able to go back with another family, and I really created a great bond with her. And I was really sad to leave when I had to leave to come to Michigan. She like taught me a lot and I taught her a lot. Some of my fondest memories through like any babysitting and nannying is definitely with her. I started working for them, and then we kind of decided they weren't gonna need a nanny for originally for that like much of time, and I wasn't needing a position, so it kind of worked. Then randomly one day Andrew was like, what if you just came out to Michigan? You're gonna be in between jobs, like if that's your time to find a new job out there. And it just, like, we talked about it and it made sense now to go that route. Like, we weren't gonna both have to pay a renting fee out here, like monthly bills. We weren't gonna have to pay two of them when most of the time we were gonna be together anyways. And then figuring out, like, looking back at it, I was originally gonna move the winter, and I don't know what I was thinking, like that would not be fun. Once we decided that I was gonna move out, it was 3 months we had to plan to move across the country, and that was crazy. Like, it was so fun, and I can't believe we did it, but like we basically had to decide how we were getting our stuff out here, what we were gonna move out here, what we wanted to take, what we couldn't take. And if you know me, I have a lot of stuff. And especially like in college, I lived in Irvine, but I also spent the weekends at home, and like I basically had 2 sets of everything. So I had no idea what I was gonna do with it all. I mean, it's a big move, and the problem was we're in the middle of COVID. Usually when you move, you have a party or you get to see everyone, and we didn't get that. And I think that was really hard too, not being able to spend as much time as we wanted to with everyone. We ended up driving across the country, and here we are. So we moved out here about 6 months ago, and ever since then it's been crazy but really fun. This week is our first week that we both kind of get to settle down and have a break, which is really nice. Especially he's at home right now for medical school, and it's not always going to be like that. So I feel like it's just like really nice for me to be at home with him or come home and get to see him, because it's not always going to be like that. He's going to be really busy. I mean, he is really busy right now, but later on he won't be home all that time. So I really cherish those moments. My life plan, or what's coming up in the future, is I have my field work for January through April. And I'm basically going to be working occasionally, and then for the family I nanny for, and then I'm going to be doing my field work and getting into the field, getting some experience. And I don't really know what to expect because I haven't started yet. So I'm just really excited to get more knowledge in the field. And then after that, I'll continue to nanny full-time while I'm studying for my certification exam. Once I pass that, I want to do some per diem work, which is on call, but like when a shift, or like covering somebody's shift or filling in the gaps for someone's schedule. And I want to do that on top of nannying, and then eventually in the next couple years do part-time nannying, part-time OTA work, and then eventually in years to come, who knows where my future and my occupations will take me. But that's kind of the plan as of now. We're gonna be out here in Michigan for at least three more years, at least 3 more years, and then 2 years of residency. And then I know he wants to do 2 years, or I think it's 2 to 3 years of a fellowship. It's gonna be like a lot of moves. It's gonna be crazy schedules to work around, but I'm excited for it. I'm excited for him. I'm excited for myself and kind of what's to come. Lastly, I am gonna talk about myself and what I like to do in my free time and my personality. I love coffee, number one. I probably drink way too much of it, and I know that's not good, but I drink coffee all the time. I like the outdoors and traveling and going for hikes and going for walks and just being outside and exploring and seeing new things. I am pretty outgoing, pretty talkative, but also group crowds. I feel like I'm not the first person to like stand out or talk to other people. It was kind of crazy doing a YouTube channel because that's putting yourself out there. So that's been like definitely an adjustment to make. And then what I do in my free time, I organize and clean. I feel like that's such boring stuff, but to me it's not. Like, I mean, it's not fun, but it's enjoyable to me, if that makes sense. I enjoy working out. Recently, I feel like I actually enjoy working out. I don't feel like it's a chore. I worked out for so many years because I had to for sports that I kind of lost my love for working out. So after I graduated, I was like, I do not want to work out. Like, I don't want to run. I don't want to do any physical activity. And then I think in the last couple weeks, I'm like, okay, I enjoy working out. Like, I enjoy how I feel. And I feel like my workouts have gotten better because of that. I honestly had no really extra hobbies before I started doing this YouTube video, which is another reason why I started YouTube, because I feel like I had a lot to say, but I didn't, or like a lot of advice to give and a lot of things that I wanted to talk about, but I didn't really know how. And I was like, well, might as well do a YouTube channel. And it's like something fun for me to do, and I'm learning a lot through editing and technical things, and I really enjoy being more knowledgeable in something. And I think that having a YouTube channel will allow me to become more knowledgeable also in the things that I talk about. Like, I do more research on them and I kind of back up what I'm talking about, because I mean, if you're gonna say something online, it better be able to be backed up in some sort of fashion, or why you say that, because you're talking to everyone. So that's basically a little bit about me. Of course, we have our 2 cats. They're like 7 months old. Or 8 months, I think now. They're so cute. They keep us on our toes. We basically like try to tire them out every night before bed because they're so much energy, but overall they're like a really fun pet to have, and they're of course like a part of our family, and it just feels nice to have like 2 little cats like always cuddling with us, or they always want to be a part of what we're doing. They are hilarious. So I think they've brought like a lot of joy and laughter into the apartment, especially when things are like stressful, or you know, you're busy with school and work, but you come home and they're like waiting for you by the door. It's like the cutest thing ever. So yeah, basically that's all about me. I don't think I have anything else to talk about or say about myself, but basically overall I just kind of wanted to introduce myself and talk about why I'm out here in Michigan. And I mean, obviously a big move from California to Michigan. They're completely different places, completely different parts of the world. People here are way different than California and vice versa, but overall I think it's really helped us both grow, and it's really amazing out here. It's really nice out here. Of course, we miss our friends and family back home, but we also are really enjoying our time out here in Michigan. So we're hoping we can go visit family soon back in California. But for now, I hope you enjoyed my get to know me video. And if you have any questions or you want to know more about something that I said in this video, go ahead and comment or message me on any of my social medias. They'll be linked below. And then don't forget to subscribe and click that bell right next to it, because pretty soon I'll stop posting like every time on my social media when I post a YouTube video. So if you subscribe and click the bell, it'll notify you when I post on YouTube. So yeah, well, I will see you next time.